Hi, I'm Jupiter Darkling and here of Crisis Darkling, and today we're going to talk about our trip to Berlin. So, personally, I've been to Berlin 3 times now, and it is one of my favorite cities ever. It is so creative, so artsy. It is just a gorgeous place with so much history, and I love it there. Absolutely love it there. And my fiance is the first time he's been there, and we celebrated his birthday there.
Yeah, so Berlin's always been a place I've wanted to visit for years, and like Callie said there, celebrated my birthday there, and it was just I've never spent my birthday outside of where I live in Hull, in England, and I was so distracted. I forgot it was my birthday as well at the same time, and it was a good thing because I've never been like one to celebrate my birthday or anything, but yeah, it was just the place is it. You paint a picture of like what you're in, you know, it's like a city, cultural, and it's full of art. But going there is a different experience altogether, and just seeing it, and I just love the fact that it's always going like there's construction going on all the time with it as well, and it's still made up of like certain things that are a bit run down, but you can see slowly the building things up and getting rid of anything like run down. But we were barely have noticed, like when there's something run down there, it's isolated on its own. Whereas like all cities, they've got like good and bad points about them, and usually when you get a run down area in a city, it's quite a large area and it's like run down. Whereas Berlin, it's just like the odd thing, but again, it's still part of the character.
Yep.
But you don't really notice things that are run down there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's everything else that you're so overwhelmed. Well, I know I definitely was with everything, and just the tower, the TV tower as well.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it on pictures, but you don't realise how high it is. You know, when you're looking, it's the tallest building in Germany as well. And the full place is just every corner. I've never visited somewhere before where every corner is different.
Yeah.
You can't really sum up like this like average thing of Berlin.
Yeah.
It's just different everywhere you go, and right now it's my favourite city I've ever visited. I've always found London a bit overrated. Everyone's fascinated with London. But honestly, London it's a tourist place. It's not really like anywhere that represents Britain. But at the same time, if you've seen London, it gets this praise and credit. And anywhere up north is like criticised. But the buildings are pretty similar anyway in England. That's the thing. In the UK, it's pretty similar. Berlin, you go there, and I have been to Germany before, and Berlin is just something different altogether as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and Berlin is so artistic as well because you got pieces of the wall that are still standing and they're full of art, which we saw a lonesome piece. We haven't really visited the wall yet, but
we drove past it.
We haven't
actually physically gone walking.
But we're gonna go there next time because we decided to have our honeymoon there. And yeah, it is just like when I went there the very first time, I was in high school, and I think it was October that I went there, November, something like that. I think October, and well, that was with school trip, and we were there during the times of the Festival of Lights, where the entire city is just, for Dutch people, if you know this, a glow in Eindhoven. It is similar to that, but way bigger scale and more impressive. It is just light artworks throughout the entire city, and you could do like a Segway tour to go through all the artworks and stuff. It is gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it's once every, I don't know how many years. It's not an annual thing from what I understood. But it is amazing. But even without that, it is so gorgeous. It is just artistic. You feel the art just everywhere. You feel it. And that has me so fascinated.
And then you've got like the parks that you walk in, and the parks are massive. And
yeah.
They're like little woodlands, and it only takes like a minute to walk into it, and you don't hit anything of the city.
No.
Like you could be in the countryside, and you're in the middle of nowhere again, and the hustle and bustle of where we walked through somewhere in this park, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it was so busy where we left, and you go into the park, and it's just like, where are you? You can't believe you're in Berlin. So there's them things of Berlin that I didn't realise as well, like how big the parks are there. And from when I looked on the maps where we walked, there's even bigger parks and woodlands and stuff there as well. So I'd love to even experience them in the city, middle of the city somewhere. It's just, it fascinates me. I love it, and just a mix of everything there.
And of course, us being us, we went to see the Museum for Natuurkunde, where they have Tristan Otto, real T-Rex. Little thing though, on the website it says it's the only real T-Rex in Europe, which is not true. That's outdated. Tricks we have in Naturalis in the Netherlands. So I was a bit about that. But oh my god, it is so cool. And we also went to this little area where they did microscopic things. So you could like use a microscope, and it was you had all these objects on the table, and what they wanted you to do is put your objects under the microscope and then draw what you saw. Well, us being us, we kind of went a step further than that. We started looking at our hands, like the way the skin texture is and the cuts we had on our hands, and of course, I just started doodling random stuff on a piece of paper instead of what I was actually seeing, and we kind of went off on one. We had a lot of fun there.
Well, they said like, because there was a bit of a queue going in, so it's this room, there was loads of people in it, and basically when somebody comes out, somebody can go in, and it's like that. And I think we probably overstayed it. I'll welcome on that. But there's little things that you could look at, like crocodile. There was a little crocodile that you could look at under the microscope, feathers, and just all sorts of things that you could look at. But yeah, like what Carly said there, just we ended up looking at our hands and the cuts. And I had this cut on my finger, and just looking at this dust that was in it.
It was fascinating.
It sounds gross, but it was good.
We even took a photo of it. That's how far we went. And yeah, the dinosaurs and stuff, like, personally, I like the pose of Trix better. But Tristan Otto, the area he was in was gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous. The whole museum room, it was so modern and so polished, and it was put on so well. But what we noticed is that the skeleton wasn't as dark as you see on photos. It was a lot lighter.
Yeah, on online it looks black. A lot of like dinosaurs are got like a dark brown, but it looks black, and in real life looked the same. It looked no different. And looking at our photos, I also don't understand, because it looks the same. Dark brown on the photos again with it.
Yeah.
It's darker than the others, but it's really black online.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what's going on there, whether like it's been over photoshopped to... I'm guessing it's like the darkest of the T-Rexes in fossils, and they're exaggerating it with the photos. I think that's what that is, but until you see it, it's not as dark as you... It looks pretty normal. It really didn't look like any different with Tricks or anything.
No. And we spent quite a few hours, like 3-4 hours at the museum.
3.5.
3.5 hours at the museum. That was on Rich's birthday. And, oh my god, we had a blast there.
We didn't even see it all.
No, we didn't even see it all. There were some areas that we completely missed, but we had to move on because we had some plans for dinner.
Yep.
Some very exciting plans for dinner. Do you want to elaborate?
Yeah, so on the night was going to go to a restaurant at Hansa Studios, is it?
Yeah.
And but that's where like a lot of bands are recorded there.
Yeah.
And it's the restaurant that it's in. I think it used to be a bar when it was Hansa Studios, when musicians used to record there as well. And it's a restaurant now. It's in the same building, but this restaurant's just when it's like, oh, it's not
Yeah.
actually part of like Hansa, but it's still the same building. But directly above it is the
Meistersaal.
where musicians used to record there.
Yeah.
And why they went there was it was the ambient sound that they loved. And again, this was like part of the story of Berlin. Like Bowie went there, Depeche Mode, and my band U2 that I like, and well, that's what drew me there as well. Why I wanted to go there because like I'm a big fan of U2, and going there, it was just weird how like you sat in this restaurant and directly above you was this recording studio where some like famous people have like recorded there, and it's basically Germany's Abbey Road, where the Beatles recorded, where they crossed the zebra crossing, that famous photo. So it's like Germany's version of that. Why they've stopped like tours there, I don't know. They do private events and stuff like that now for, I think, like, is it like weddings and things, or...
Yeah, weddings and business events. And they still do music tours, but that's so sporadically and so rare.
It's
it
still
almost
weird
doesn't
because
happen.
you look through the doors and it's still Hansa Studios, and I don't understand that, but they've stopped all that part of it, and why they've stopped recording there, I don't know. Something probably we have to look into, but going there, it was just the vibe, and you can see the doors, the wear and the tear where people have like opened the doors, and I'm starstruck looking at the door, thinking like, oh wow, like the famous hands that have touched that. So that was an experience, that, and you sat there and was eating this pizza, and I'm just thinking like, Bowie's recorded here, U2's recorded here, and just directly above us.
Yeah.
And just them things again but why they went to Berlin, when you look at like their individual stories as artists, they was drawn into Berlin, like Bowie and U2, they just became obsessed with Berlin, artistic. And when you Google on Wikipedia Berlin, it says it there again, like so many artists from everything, from poets to music and this and that, are so inspired by Berlin, but you get it when you're there. It's just one of them places as an artist that you've got to go to. But of course, like when you're at that studio, it's just a shame that they've stopped the tours, because like we looked into it, and I would love to like have done the tour. And me being a little bit of a geeky U2 fan, when waiting for the taxi, I sees the circle lights. I see like when on the videos, like YouTube videos and stuff like that, where they're recording there, and you can just see into the studio, that room. And I just geeked out. But it's fascinating because it was in the videos as well, and then they went back again to like rethink the album, re-record, which was pretty recent, because when they first did it, it was like 91 when they went there. But they went back like 2011, 12, I think, something like that, and that's when they rethought it all again. Mm-hmm. So they've gone there twice, and like I say, as a fan, it was like, oh wow, just experiencing that is straight. And even though I've seen them live, there's something there where I've heard the song itself where that's what like made them at the time. They was like breaking up as a band, and I'm saying this as an artist sort of thing, like not as a lot of people like can't stand the band, but as an artist, as inspiration, like it's all about stories, and anything that inspires you is a story that just like energizes you. And from my point of view, it was this famous song One, and it's just knowing it came from there when they was about to like break up. But even though I've heard the song live, you're witnessing the band live, you can't get any more starstruck than that. What is a strange thing that a lot of people don't probably witness is where something was born as an artist, where it was wrote. And this place was such a big part of their story, and it's what like made them. But you're there, that's the birth of it. Even though you've heard the song live, you've witnessed it, there's something about knowing where it came from. And I think that comes from when you struggle yourself as an artist, that there's the stories, and whether that's from when Bono the singer was struggling in his council house, and he was writing songs that one day became famous, that house and the studios at Berlin are pretty similar in that way. They become like tourist attractions. But either way, they're no different. And when people make it, it becomes part of that story. Because as an artist, you've got to record certain things because you've got to remember where certain things have come from.
Yeah.
So as an artist, it's inspiring in that way. And the same with Bowie, it was all magical. The difference was like when U2 went there, it was this magical place because Bowie went there and it was all magical. It was the other way for them. They was like struggling. Mm-hmm. But I think when you're an artist and you're struggling yourself, you look at that place and you think this is the thing that was going to break them.
Yeah.
That was it, and you relate to that in that way. But that was the place that, like, in a way, made them.
Yeah, and it gave us a surge of inspiration because I know that you've been working on some art based on Berlin.
Yeah, and it comes from all that, and I've always wanted to. It's always inspired me from that story of that because as a fan of them, it was the Berlin stuff that they've always done. That was like one of the big reasons why I wanted to go there myself. But witnessing it becomes part of something else. It extends in a way, and it's different again. Like you've got inspiration when you can hear the stories on documentaries and this and that. Going there yourself, feeling it, knowing it, and singing it is a different thing again. And that's where it really hits you because you're looking at the place and you think, that's it. This is the point where they're going to give up. And as an artist, like you've been there yourself. And it hits home that reality is. Yeah. And that's where, for me, as an artist, that Berlin's this inspirational place, but it's also a place that, for some people, it struggles as well. Like, in recording the music that they was doing in... Yeah, it's just it just hits you.
Well, it's very understandable, but let's come back to, like, the whole city vibe and everything. We actually ended up extending our time there. Yeah. Which was amazing because we were supposed to be there for one full day and then go back the next because we went from train, get there in the evening, have one day, Rich's birthday. And then afterwards, the next day, we would be going home in the morning. But we ended up extending our stay, which was amazing because it was definitely needed. The travel there was quite exhausting. And we had 2 days there. And do you want to talk about Gino a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. So we're at the hotel, and it's this grand hotel. Titanic was staying up.
Yeah, Titanic Comfort Mitte.
Yeah, and marble floors and everything, and it was just it's like normal prices. It's like how is it like priced as it is? So we had a night in the bar at the hotel.
Yeah.
Because the thing with Germany as well, it was quite hard to like go to somewhere like to have a drink or anything like that because it's all like restaurant based. But we already had something to eat, so we ended up like in the hotel and that again. And we met on the second night. Gino was it? Yeah. Night, so the waiter there, we met Gino there, and it was just so warming and welcoming.
Yeah.
And it like put you at ease, but it became part of our night.
Yeah.
Every time he served us, and it was so sad because like he was good at his job, and there was a lot of people like they're looking like go away sort of thing, and when he was talking to us, it's just and we're like that, you know what I mean, like, but he wasn't annoying or anything. No. And then the second night we was there again. And that was our bonus night thing, wasn't it? Yeah, we were supposed to be there. And he was like, "Oh, last night, like, oh, this drink's good for you. It's good for you." And this is my beer. And I tried different beers as well. He was like, "This one's not good for you. It's not. This isn't you." I just loved how he was telling me like what beer was mine and what mine. And he was like. 4 beers, this is strong. 4 beers on the floor. 4 on the floor. And I think I had about 7. And the next night he was praising me. He was like, you had 7. You had 7. And he was like, 4 on the floor. You had 7. And then Carly went to the toilet. And then after she went to the toilet, he said to me, by the way, she had 8. she topped you. And it was one of them where you had to be there, like his humour and stuff, like, it was funny, but we had such a strong bond with him. And it was so sad leaving on that last night. We only had him for like 2 nights, and then like saying our goodbyes because like, well, we're not going to be there the next night, and then and he was like, oh, I'm going to be really sad tomorrow, and was like, why? And he said, well, you two are, yeah. And then it was weird because like anything, when you have holiday blues when you leave, you got these holiday blues, and it was weird when we came back, and we're thinking like, he's doing that shift again, and after what he said, but there was something like different about him. You know, he'd been there from the start of the hotel, and he's been there all the time, and it's just them little things that normal jobs where they impact people.
Yeah.
But it's something that nobody would capture, and that's why we decided on like our honeymoon there.
Yeah.
And probably people listening to this might think, it's nothing, you know, but it's not. It's just been there, been the experience.
Yeah.
But that was the thing with I think the whole thing with Berlin, and we also always said that Gino's like like made it as well.
Yeah, it was really a big bonus, basically. Like the staff there was really really friendly, but Gino topped it. He was like so warm and welcoming and putting us at ease because we're introverts. And he started talking to us, but the way we were talking back to him, you would think we were extroverts.
Yeah.
Because we were just joking with him and just having this nice chat. And we got to a point where outside of the hotel, there are 2 ramps for your suitcases to like roll them up easily, which is genius. I think more hotels should do that.
And it's stone floor as well.
Stone floor. And we wanted to slide down it. So we did. We used it as a slide, and it was hilarious. We were just laughing the whole time, and it is like one of those places that it was our first holiday together. After like 2.5 year relationship, our first holiday together.
Yeah.
And we decided that it's going to be our honeymoon, and it's our city, because we felt such a special and strong connection to the city when we went there together. And we just didn't stop. We just had constant laughs and fun, and then Gino, like someone so kind, he just tops it. He just makes the experience even better.
Yeah.
Like the staff there already was very helpful and very friendly, but someone like him just makes the experience a little bit extra special. And we said that we wanted to come back, and Gino said to us, "Oh, 1 year when I retire." And we said, "Well, we want our honeymoon here." And he says, "Oh, when you're getting married?" So we said this year November, and he just basically touched his heart and went like, "Yes, I'm here. And it's just one of those things that you know that he will remember as well, and he's gonna think back to, because there was so many people who he's trying to joke with. They were just like, "Yeah, okay, whatever, just leave," and not a lot of people interacting with him. And he said he loved his job, but it's really hard. And that's where we feel like we also made an impact on him. Because so many people basically just were like, "Okay, hi, yeah, just give me our drinks and just leave now." And we weren't like that. And that's also why he gave us some free drinks as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they pay for that out of their own pocket. And that's where you know that it's gratitude.
Yeah.
That they love their job and they found like these customers that they connect with, and they're like, "Yeah, this is worth it." And it was just a magical time there, and we got back so inspired. We're working on artworks based on Berlin, or have the same kind of vibe, and oh my god, I just can't wait to go back.
Yeah, and talking about it again, like it puts you back there again in that place, and there's just, you hear these things in the world where magical things like Disney and this and that, and yet there's certain gems in the world that are actually underrated. Yeah, really underrated. And I think you hear of Paris being this romantic city, and it's personally never appealed to me. Yeah. But I think that's why Paris is overrated, because everyone that's ever gone there have always said, Well, it's nothing what you expect.
No.
Whereas Berlin is a place I think is underrated. It's not really somewhere people are interested to.
No.
In going. And I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, like, I've been to Paris a few times, and I've never personally liked it. It just is not for me. And that's perfectly fine, because everyone has their own click with certain places. And for me, it just it doesn't click. And Berlin, every time I'm there, it's like the third time I've been there, I'm going for a fourth time, and my fiance is going for a second time. It's just this place where, I don't know, just the feeling you get.
Yeah.
It is
and
amazing.
Again, you're not judged when you're there or anything. And I have never in my life gone to a gift shop. Usually I go to a gift shop and I think, oh yeah, like all gift shop, the price high, obviously.
Yeah.
You get that. But you go to a gift shop and it's like, oh yeah, there's nothing I really want and everything's expensive.
Yeah.
I have never in my life witnessed somewhere where I want everything and it's all expensive. And I've never gone to a gift shop and done that before.
No.
I just wanted everything. To a point, we went there twice. I had to return because I regretted certain things I didn't get.
Yeah.
But the gift shops there was amazing as well.
Yep.
And the guy with the photo as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another part of our memories.
So we were sitting on this bench, having a little bit of a coke, just a little drink, thirsty, hot
From
day.
the heat.
And this guy walks up to us, and he's like, photo. And we thought he wanted us to take a photo of him with something touristy in the background.
Because it was right where the TV tower was.
Exactly. So he thought, he wants us to take a photo. And we're like, yeah, why not? And with that, we want to get up, and he points us kind of like down, like, no, you stay. And we're like, huh, what's happening? And then he takes a photo of us and shows us it. And we're like, okay. And he takes another photo. So I thought maybe he has like a portable printer or something and wants to sell it to us. Because he thinks we're tourists. Well, we were tourists, but you know. And then with that, it's like...
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And we're like, okay, we were super stiff on the photo, like really awkward. And then he just is like, thank you, and he walks away. And we're like, what just happened? You tell the rest.
Yeah, and then about 20 minutes goes by somewhere, and then gets up and like starts walking again, going somewhere else. And then we get to this road, and there's a zebra crossing, what we call UK. It's this crossing, and I remember this guy in front of me, but yeah. Then he turns around, this guy in front of us, and it's him again, and it instantly went, oh, photo. There we are. Yeah, and there he was again.
So he took 3 photos of us. Oh, amazing. Seriously. Oh.
And the people that are friendly, the guy with the nails at the end, because it was like killing a bit of time. And again, the friendliness of people that you meet there.
Yeah, because I saw her standing there and I loved the color of her nails. So I just said like, oh, sorry, but I just want to say that I love your nails. And then she was like, oh, you love them. Oh, thank you so much. And then she gave me the address where she had them done immediately. So like, if you're ever in Berlin again, you can get them done there. And I'm like, wow, I did not expect that.
Yeah. But friendliness again with people and different vibes.
Definitely.
But it's somewhere that, although we saw a lot on the first day, but it's something that we've definitely, looking at it afterwards, it's like there's still a lot to go. Yeah. And that's where returning again.
Yeah, because we went to Brandenburger Tor and Alexanderplatz, Potsdamplatz. We didn't go to Kurfürstendamm or the KDW. So there's like a lot to still cover. We want to go visit the wall, Checkpoint Charlie. There's so much that we still need to see. And for a honeymoon, we think is the perfect place because it does feel like our city. We just, like every couple, we've had our struggles and our ups and downs, but that's normal, that's human life. And when we got there was just something so magical about it. It was like a fresh start or something. And not like in a relationship where you think it's dying and you need a fresh start. No, more like we got this extra boost. So like go back to ourselves again and just...
It's like something that steps onto like another level.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like it just goes there again.
Yeah, it just elevates you even more, because we're very close to everything together, and we always have fun. We never stop laughing, and then we thought, because we never stop laughing, this is like top tier. And then we went to Berlin, and it went even step further. And we're like, how? We're already so connected and so in sync with each other. How can we even get closer than we already are? We're already so close.
It started from the get-go with the taxi driver. The first taxi driver. As soon as we get there, and again, we're so lost, it's like, how do the taxis work here? And,
yeah.
And the taxi driver was like so broken English. But you could tell he was like intelligent, and he's asking like all political questions, like me from like UK and you Netherlands, and I think he was a Jewish guy, I think, and I think he asked about, is there any Jewish people where you live, and I says no, they're like in Manchester, and then he just went like, you spicy man, you spicy man, and he had this weird laugh where he was like like that, and. It's the memories again, you know what I mean? But what he meant by spicy man, I don't know, because I've got my version of what spicy man means. So, and why it relates to that, I don't know. But and that was from the start.
Yeah.
There, straight away, so...
Oh. No, but expect some Berlin-inspired art from us. And, yeah. If you want, you can find us on our socials under the handles Art by Darkling and Mrs. Darkling Art. You can find us on Weebly under the same handles for our shops. And hopefully you enjoyed our podcast, and hopefully get to have you in the next one. Thank you.